have traded JJ Arcega-Whiteside away for a couple of crunched up Cool Ranch Doritos. But Howie Roseman said, nah. I'm going to trade him for a guy that sounds like a suit John Gotti would wear. Ugo Amadi, baby. What a move by Howie Roseman. Whoa! Dallas still stinks. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Whiteside is gone, and none of us were wrong. You're by the way, King Dingbat here. It is amazing, beautiful, great, glorious day. Yes, it is, because the Eagles have finally got rid of one of their biggest mistakes, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, and they just didn't cut him. They traded him for a John Gotti suit. We'll talk about it in a second. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure to like. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for Eagles content, daily NFL content. You don't want to miss it. And if you've been subscribed for a while and you're glad JJ Arcega-Whiteside is gone, make sure you're still subscribed. Just double check, double moonwalk check, and make sure we're good to go. Now, man. I'm just besides myself. This is great news. You know, let me first start off and say this. Yesterday, we were getting a lot of reports that the Eagles cut JJ Arcega-Whiteside. He didn't practice, and they listed him as not practicing for football reasons. Many speculated that he was going to get cut. Me, I said it's because he stinks, which to me is the same thing. But you know, we weren't positive he was going to get cut. And I thought about coming on and doing a video about Whiteside. And people were like, hey, you're going to do a video about Whiteside maybe being cut. But I'm like, if I do it, I'm going to jinx it. Right? I'm going to jinx it. I don't want to do anything until I know. Well, guess what? As soon as I was walking home for lunch to come do a video, news broke. And the news is beautiful. The Eagles are trading tight end / wide receiver, I wouldn't call him either, JJ Arcega-Whiteside to the Seahawks for defensive back, and I guess I can't pronounce his name, but Ugo Amadi per league source. Now, JJ Arcega-Whiteside is a horrible name. Because you can't say Arcega, you gotta say Arcega, it sounds better. John Clark reported, JJ Arcega-Whiteside is being traded to Seattle for defensive back Ugo Amadi, according to Tom Pelissero. Just did not work out in Philly. Just did not work out. That just didn't work out. That's the understatement of the century. He stinks. All right? And you drafted him over guys like DK Metcalf. Now, the one great thing about this whole thing is that Howie Roseman went out and got A.J. Brown. And when he did that, he really admitted to the mistake of JJ Arcega-Whiteside. And then, on top of it, we come into preseason. Whiteside's moving to tight end. We all know that ain't going to work out. You knew it wasn't going to work out. And then he comes in, he drops passes in preseason. You could thinking, oh, this guy's got to be done. He's got to be done. And boom, bang, bing, bang, boom. Howie Roseman says, I'm not just going to cut the guy, I'm going to trade him for a guy named Ugo Amadi. Now, let me tell you, when I hear the word Ugo Amadi, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. To me, Ugo Amadi sounds like a high-priced, high-class suit that like John Gotti would wear. You know, I got my Ugo Amadi on you there. You know what I mean? Let's go to the track. I got my Ugo Amadi. That's what his name sounds like. But I don't care what his name sounds like. I care that he can play football. Now, Ugo Amadi, I have to say, I don't necessarily know if he'll make the team. I don't know what his chances are, but I do know this. He has been more productive in his career than JJ Arcega-Whiteside. All right? He's 5'9", 201 pounds, 25 years old. Last year, he had 42 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 interceptions, and 6 pass deflection or pass defenses. Now, if you look at his career, he was a 4th round pick, I believe, in 2019. His first year, he had 17 total tackles. In 2020, he had 47 solo, 54 total. And then he had 42 solo, 54 total in 2021. So at least this guy has played a little bit. At least he's gone out there and been productive a little bit. Okay, that's way more than I can say for JJ Arcega-Whiteside. So Ugo Amadi, to me, if you could pull him out and get him in a trade for JJ Arcega-Whiteside, I think it's a win. I think it's an absolute win for the Philadelphia Eagles. I could not be happier with this move. I think Howie did a great job. I can't believe he got anything for him. Now, what did Seattle bring him in for? To play wide receiver or to play tight end? I don't know, but you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. When you see this man with his 2 left feet for hands try to catch a ball, stinks. When are people going to say, oh, he's a great blocker? Stinks. Sometimes sometimes I love Eagle fans. I am one. But sometimes we overrate our players. Like, if this guy just went to tight end, he would be really good. Derek Barnett. I mean, he had a recovered fumble in a Super Bowl. And yes, he should be in history of 2017 Super Bowl champions. But that doesn't mean forever we can't say that his career wasn't that great. Sometimes these guys just aren't good. JJ Arcega-Whiteside was not good. He was not good as a wide receiver. He was not good as a tight end. He was not good as a guy that goes to practice. And you knew the first time he was at practice with his mom walking around with his umbrella, you knew there was a problem. The umbrella man, Mary Poppins. There were people who literally saw that day of practice, players, coaches, media people saw his mom walking around with an umbrella. This is true. And they said, this guy ain't going to make it, Philly. That's what they said. You can't have your mother walking around with an umbrella on a sunny day covering you up at football practice when you're a rookie in the NFL. That's just ludicrous. I'm Mike Tyson. I can say it. I'm white Mike Tyson. Ludicrous. It's ludicrous. Absolutely. It's crazy. It's like Michael Anthony wears the fitness going to a job, and it's a construction job. It's a hard job, and it's full labor. And at lunchtime, his dad brings him a pillow and a blanket so he could take a nap. Oh yeah, that really happens all the time, But that's a whole nother story. All I'm saying is JJ Arcega-Whiteside was never good. He was never going to be good. It was a horrible pick from the get-go. And you have to give Howie Roseman tremendous credit. You have to give him tremendous credit because he admitted his mistake. When he went out and got A.J. Brown, that was an admission that he messed up on that pick. There's just no question about it. And I hope and I think that the way they look at these receivers now coming out of college is a lot different than they did with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It should be. There's no way they should have drafted him. And I just can't believe we got somebody for him. Even a defensive back, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. I think this was a great, great step. It's time to get out of Mary Poppins' control, okay? Mary Poppins, the umbrella man. The thing I'm going to miss the most about Whiteside is calling him umbrella man. I got to admit, I enjoy that, calling him the umbrella man, Mary Poppins. I think it's fun. I actually enjoyed it, But I didn't want to come on here yesterday when I knew he got cut. See, he gets traded, you could be a little hard on him. Like, if a man gets cut, I'm not going to come out and say, oh, you lost your job, ha, ha, ha. I don't really like to do that. But if a man gets traded and he's still going somewhere and he's on a team, then I could be like, ha, 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 you're gone. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But I didn't believe, let me tell you, I didn't believe any of those rumors yesterday when they were saying that the Eagles cut Whiteside. I didn't believe it. I wasn't going to put anything out on it because I thought I didn't know. He may go to the end with this guy. People always doing stuff, calling me when I'm working. When I'm working. This is work. I get off at work to go to lunch to come back and work. That's what I do. But this, in all seriousness, absolutely fantastic move. Great move. I could not be happier on a beautiful day. This is a beautiful day. It's a Monday. Very busy, though. But I got Better Call Saul, the finale tonight. Cannot wait. JJ Arcega-Whiteside gets traded. The question now is, what will the Eagles do at tight end? I still think they need to add another tight end. I want to see what they do. And what about Reagor? Is Reagor the next guy to get traded? Who's the next guy that possibly could get traded? I had Dillard, Reagor, and who else? Who else? I had somebody else. I can't remember. As my top 3 most likely get traded. None of them were Whiteside, but he did get traded, and I love this move. I think it's absolutely a great move. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. The Umbrella Man days are over. Thank God in heaven. With that said, take care. Oh, I was going to say this. I was going to come home and live stream. I just don't have time to. It's really, really busy for me. But I'll definitely see if I can do it at some point. Probably either tomorrow or Wednesday. More likely Wednesday, just because everything's so busy right now. Otherwise, I would have loved to come home and do a live stream to this. Definitely. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. It's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Alright, tonight is the night. Better Call Saul finale. Now, if you haven't watched the show, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get the hell off so I don't spoil it for you, because there will be spoilers talk. Ready? Go. 5. I'm sorry. I'm happy Whiteside got traded. All right. So, tonight is the last night of Better Call Saul. We do know Walter White's going to show up. We do know Kim Wexler's going to be in it. A lot of people think he's going to die. Other people think he's going to go to jail. I'm going to throw something crazy out there. Just going to throw something crazy out there. Maybe I'll be right. Maybe I'll be wrong. What if Saul escapes and he goes to Alaska? Now, he goes to Alaska thinking he's going to be safe there. Why Alaska? For a couple reasons. One, when he talks about his jewels and who got his jewels, talking to Mike in one of those Breaking Bad timeline clips, he's talking about a guy out of Alaska, some guy out of Alaska. And when they say the word Alaska, he gets a look on his face. Then, when Kim Wexler gets out of the airport in New Mexico when she's going back to Albuquerque, they show, before you see her, you see a big sign that says Alaska. So I'm wondering, are they throwing hints down there? Now, he doesn't know that Jesse is in Alaska. He thinks he's south of the border. So if you ever want to have something set up for the future, you have him go to Alaska, and then there's always that open possibility that him and Jesse could meet up. So my prediction is he's going to escape, and he's going to go to Alaska, maybe with Kim. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. With that said, Denzel Washington out.